As you see, that's probably the most important part of the unit is getting that hairline to lay right. And then also making sure that you get the sides laid and then blend into the actual hair so it looks real. You don't want to see no separation, no gaps, no holes. You will always want, I try to tell people when you first do it, at least do a size 2 guard on the side so that it leaves room for hair to blend into your real hair. They get that smooth transition from the piece to the actual hair. And sometimes, depending on the texture of the hair, you can do 1.5, and you can also do the 1.5 on top of hair to match that. But so if you did 2 on the sides, you did 2 on top on hair, and we blended everything in. Setting lotion, laid it down, do-ragged it under the dryer, 15 minutes out. It comes out laid like this, and then that's how it allows you to create your hairline nice and smooth. And you notice there's no thickness in the hairline. There's no bulkiness. It's nice and laid. It's flat. And that's what you want. That's the desired look you want when it comes to the hairline. So we had to and now we're going to do the rest of the haircut. But that's the hair unit process. In a nutshell, all it is prepping the head, creating the hairline, shaving the head bald where you want it to be at, and then completing the haircut, and then easily just feathering in the sides with the razor comb to lay in. Like I said, you want to use the size of the comb that's longer, because you don't want to take too much hair off. You want to feather it in with that longer side of the comb. And then for the fine tuning and details, that's when you want to flip the other side of the comb to like the shorter side of the other of the teeth so that you can get more detail. So yeah, you want to use the bigger side to blend it in, and then the shorter side for more detail. And then really thin out the very, very front of the hairpiece so that when the hairline comes into play, you can create a straight hairline. It's not bulky. It's laying nice and flat. It looks natural. You don't want to look like a duckbill. It looks really good. And I think this looks pretty good. So we're going to finish the haircut. Spray a little bit of this. This is a little holding spray. And also what I like to do is, once I get to that part, I'm going to enhance it a little bit to give it more of a pop, make it blend even more better. But I'm going to shape them up first before I do that. I keep the beard long, right? Yeah. So I'm just going to really focus on this part after the video. I finished the beard and everything like that, but I'm going to show you the enhancement, how it looks once I fill it in with that, and then we should be good to go. If I wasn't doing a class and I was just doing it like maybe like 2 hours and 30 minutes, I've got quicker with it, so it could be faster than that. But like I said, about 2 hours. Sometime when I first started off, probably took me like 3 hours to do, simply because I wanted to make sure I was doing it right. It shouldn't take you no more than maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours to do. Now this is just to give it a little pop and make sure it blends nice and well. I bought this off a line. Forgot where I got it from, but comes in handy for me when I'm trying to do the enhancement parts. And then you can just also like spray it around where you know where the hair meets the unit piece meets the hair. Just spray it in there like any light spots. Just to help fill it. But for the most part, it's pretty solid. So, but if you need to, just spray it around. Like I said, to cover up any spots that may be lighter that you feel like needs to be a little darkened up some. And you don't necessarily use an airbrush gun like I use, or enhancements. You can use fibers, Topic, any type of fiber, hair illusions, anything that'll help you create that darker look you can use. I use the hair dryer too to help just dry the color out. Just spray it in there, dry it a little bit. But you see like that made a real difference. It looks like look like it's really his hair right now. What I like to do also is, once I get done this part, I like to kind of go over it with my clippers with a bare blade and smooth it out, like any loose hairs, anything that's kind of protruding off the hair. I want to smooth it out and lay it flat so that it's like everything's cohesive. It blends together. So I'm just going to close it real fast, close my clippers all the way. And anywhere I feel like it's in the hair that could be laid a little better, I'll just kind of smooth over it just to give it a better illusion, like it's laying, and just smooth it out on top. I'm not trying to dig. I'm just kind of going across the surface, really. I'm not trying to cut no length off. Just whatever loose hair is poking out, I want to just get rid of it. This hair going to make me fall. That's pretty much it, guys. That's the unit. It's the finished product. Like I said, I'm going to finish his beard and everything like that. And that's necessarily something you got to watch if you don't want to. But I just wanted you to get the concept of how to lay the hair right, how to blend it in, how to make the hairline lay down and shape it up, and how it's supposed to look when it's done. So this is the finished product.